name is Phil Beck, and the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. Oh, speaking of videos, more DVDs. I've got to get. let's get to the right century. If you want to win these DVDs, Doctor Who season 4, complete season 4, freaking awesome season of TV. Really easy. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and leave the hashtag adipose. The instructions are in the video notes. You can leave the hashtag here on Facebook, on Twitter, you name it. I'll do a search and find it. If you could like and share my videos as well. In fact, this one, that really super helps me out. I don't understand why, but I like sharing it, but I don't understand why liking it helps it, but it really does. And again, if you enjoy my content, if you consider subscribing, that would be fan-dabby-dabby-dozy. And you know what? I want to give you all I'm here right now to give you a recommendation for some freaking awesome reading material that I've just been going through. See, here's the thing. I buy a lot of graphic novels of stuff I've read before, and like from 2000 AD, which is what I grew up reading. But here, can I move my camera and you can see like just here, like this incredible set I've got up there. And so I buy them all, but I don't read them quickly enough, because I've read them before. I've just been rereading one I bought recently. That's what I do on Saturdays, because on Saturdays it's the Jewish Sabbath, and Orthodox Jews such as myself, we don't actively use electronics, so we're not online. We don't use any social media. We don't use devices on Sabbath, and so that's from Friday night till Saturday night. And so I tend to catch up my reading, which is a bit of a pain in the ass because I buy a lot of my reading now digitally. And so I end up printing out like pages from SFX magazine or Doctor Who magazine for me to read and stuff. But I've been catching up on my comic reading. One thing I've been reading is the Dark Judges. It's a prequel to a Judge Dredd story called Judge Death. Now, so I'm going to give you a little quick overview if you don't know what any of this stuff is. Judge Dredd is essentially he's a member of a fascist of a fascistic police squad in future America. America has been laid waste by nuclear war, and you just have these 3 mega cities that are just massive. Like there's Mega City 1 goes from like New York to Boston, and there's Mega City 2, which is on the East Coast, and Mega City 3, which became Texas City, and that's where everybody lives. Everywhere else is a radiation desert wasteland called the Cursed Earth. We have like mutants holding it scrounging together some form of existence. Right. So that's the world of Judge Dredd. It's kind of bizarre. So the Judge Dredd is the ultimate of these judges. The judges are the police force. They are empowered to be judge, jury, and executioner, and they quite often are executioners. So Judge Dredd is the toughest, hardest one ever. He's a clone of the original Chief Judge Fargo. And early on in the run, must be about 2 or 3 years in, they came up with this invention called Judge Death. Judge Death is his Moriarty, is Judge Dredd's evil opposite. And Judge Death comes from a dimension where the judges decided that all crime is committed by a lot of people living, so therefore they declared life to be illegal, and they killed everyone. That's the world. So if you really know nothing about Judge Dredd, you've got to start off of Judge Dredd and Judge Death. A good place to start is there's a book they put out on. Wait, let me find it over here. There's a book they put out which has like the initial stories in, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Here, I'm gonna try and show you on screen. Oh, I nearly worked out to do it. So do I move this over here? Yeah. Can I make this bigger? Yay. Now, did that work? Let me look. So this is the Dark Judges. This has the first few stories in the in the Judge Dredd universe, and it's done by John Wagner, Alan Grant, the people who mostly invented the character, with just incredible artwork by Brian Boland. Brian Boland mostly does covers now. I think more retired. He mostly does covers. His work is exquisite. His line work is unbelievably precise and beautiful. And so this is him at the really beginnings of his career. So let's see if I can find you some artwork to show you, because it's comics is a visual art. It totally is a visual medium. Let me turn this back on. Okay, so let's start over here. This is a just a gorgeous page from the second of the Judge Death stories, and we can see all the major characters. This is when the Judge Death added a few more dark judges to his roster. Obviously, we have Death on the far right. Yeah, I guess you're right. Am I right? Next to him is Judge Mortis. Next to him is Judge Fear. Oh, Judge Fear is awesome. And next to him is Judge Fire. Let's see with some more of this artwork. Look at this. This is Judge Death lives. Okay, so this is a scene from when when Judge Death first shows up. He inhabits a side judge. This is one of the great things about 2000D, when it mashes together science fiction and fantasy and all kinds of things. So you have side judges who have these side powers, and so Judge Death attaches himself to Judge Anderson, who we see in the cube here, and they manage to encase her in there in the original one, thus trapping Death. This is from the sequel story, Judge Death Lives, where we see Judge Death living. Let's have a look here. Oh, this is where Judge Death shows up. I mean, again, the line work is just beautiful. Look at this at the bottom of the panel, where you see his hand going into his first victim. And just absolutely stunning work. And this is like a guy top of his game, doing it at his absolute best. Let's look at some more of this artwork. And again, each page is fantastic. Fine, so that is Judge Death for you. So let me turn this off. So Judge Death has a fascinating and rich backstory, much as Judge Dredd does. So there's been lots of Judge Death has continued in 2018, popped up over the last I guess it'll be the last 40 years now. Yeah, he's been pretty much a constant. So where they've gone with him, they've really done interesting things. They've taken him into space. Yeah, let's see if I can find the Judge Death. Let me see. So again, we've moved away from the bold and stuff. We're into color. It's a much more painted feel. I think Greg Staples does the art, and again, just beautiful art. And you can see, again, this is much more contemporary. You see at the bottom, there's tons of satire in 2008. The person they're interviewing at the bottom is clearly based on Richard Branson, who at the time I think was doing his SpaceX thing. Yeah, we'll just scroll through to show you some of the art. But this is not actually the thing that I've been reading. But again, this is they take Judge Death into space, and it's really kind of fascinating. But that's not what I've been reading. What I've been reading is this, The Dark Judges. So this started life as I think the artist in this, Dave Kendall, did 4 reimagined drawings of the Dark Judges, and the writer, I think Keck W, who knows what his name is, Keck W, liked them so much he wrote a little short story for each one of them. They were so incredibly popular, it became a whole massive prequel story. So here, let's go through some of this artwork again. And this takes you to the world of the Dark Judges, and you see it falling, because really all you've seen of it before is it's kind of like the beginning of Terminator, where you see all the bones and the Terminator foot come down, all the bones. So you've just seen the aftermath, and this is the story, and it's a lengthy story of how that world came to be, and it's a fantastic story, which I would really recommend diving in. Again, look at the artwork, absolutely beautiful, absolutely fantastic. So let me see, is there any more pages, or is that's all the preview? Yeah, that's the preview. So the basic plot of this is that it starts off after Judge Death has taken over the Justice Department, and he started his insane policy of wiping out everybody, and you see this tense battle for survival happening, from people who aren't the citizens as their world becomes taken over by this dark, this dark shadow that's overtaken it. And it's the great thing is you really hope for the characters to survive, but they're all going to die. This is all, which I think is why people don't like prequels. But this prequel is one of the ones I think that really works. There's no, I haven't seen any current day politics in it. It's just a good story, well told with compelling characters. It focuses on I can't remember the name of the main character, a judge from that world. I'm looking through the description. Yeah, Judge Fairfax, and you get fascinating insight because this is a very cruel world that they evolved from. I remember one time there was this Star Trek Next Generation novel where they did the mirror universe, and you had like things in it like the Merchant of Venice had a different ending, where the guy does take his pound of flesh, and Shylock, does take his pound of flesh, and you see all these works of literature which are like much more evil, like they're slightly twisted. So you see a lot of that with in this. You see a lot of their dark world, and it's essentially this guy, this judge on the run from this darkness that's taking over his world. And they have really interesting stuff. Like they condition their judges with lots of drugs and beatings to have no conscience, and so he starts to like dry out at one point, and like come to terms with his life as a judge, and he hooks up with a young girl survivor, and who may be the key to everything, which is such a 2020 trope. But you know what? If it's in a good story, well told, I can forgive it just about anything. There are 2 volumes of this out right now. I'm just finished reading the first one. I think I'll probably start cracking on the second one tonight. This Sabbath. And yeah, I guess it's a strong recommend. It's a strong recommend. Because we live in an age I've been calling like a cultural apocalypse, where everything is being torn down and destroyed for this crazy ideology that a very few people believe in. Yeah, and so anything that's not in that, I think needs to be praised. And look, if you're just looking for good, strong reading material, this is a great package. Recommend it wholeheartedly. The Dark Judges by Keck W. and Dave Kendall. Check it out now. Go to Amazon. Go to 2000adonline.com and buy yourself a copy. And you can buy it digitally if you want. I kind of prefer print, but I like the convenience of digital. I wish there was some kind of we had the technology for digital paper, so you can have a blank book and you would download into the book the pages of whatever it is you bought digitally. Then until you get that kinetic experience. But I think we're quite a few years off that. Never mind. I'm sure all good things will come to the way, especially with the high cost of shipping being what it is. My name is Phelan Beck, and the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, subscribe, ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. If you're interested in the Doctor Who DVD, don't forget the Adipose, hashtag Adipose, to win it. We give that away on Sunday. And listen, if you have any recommendations of what you want me to review, I am more than happy. Just let me know. And have yourself a fantastic day.